Yes. How are you today? I suppose very fine. It's Sunday, so it doesn't matter. Let's go to the room to explain simple past, okay? Don't forget it to pay attention to it, okay? The quiz is about it. Simple past. Here we have simple past. Is the first part of the second course. In this chart, we can see all the verbs are in the past. Here we can find regular and irregular verbs. As you see, the verb goes before the subject and before, excuse me, after the subject and before the object. It goes in the middle of the sentences. Don't forget that. And you have to change the verb in past tense. Some are regular and some are irregular. When it and in ed are regular verbs. When it change the roots are irregular verbs. Okay, as buy, bought, bought, drink, drunk, drunk. That's very irregular. Okay, what is simple past? Here in this reading, you can find what's the simple past. It's something that happened in the past, not as in the present. It has come from the past. And you have to know that. I use the simple past tense when talking about actions and process that started and finished before the present moment. States have to do done with yesterday, before yesterday, the best example I can give is to picture describing what you did yesterday morning. The simple past is one of the most straightforward tense in the English language, but you need to know a few rules to master it. Keep reading as explain what the simple past tense is and how to use this structure. Okay, here is the simple past. Here's a chart. When it's positive form, when it's negative form, questions. When it's question, we have to use the auxiliary did. It's the same, the auxiliary do, but it's did in the past tense. Okay, only third answer and negative form. But in affirmative form, you have to use the verb in past tense. Okay? That's very important not to forget it. You have to pass the verb to the past. It depends, is regular. If it is regular, you have to write at the end ed or d only. It depends in what finish. But if it's irregular verb, you have to change all the roots in some ones. But in others, it keeps going up to the past participle. For example, cut, cut, cut with the scissors. Cut. This is our scissors. So I am cutting. I cut. Okay? That's cut. It cut. It keeps in the past, in the present, in the past, in the future, in every time it's writing the same. It doesn't change. You can change the pronunciation, but not the writing. Now the written form, C-U-T. Cut implies a regular verb. Cut, hit, they are keep the same root from the beginning to the end. Present, past, and future are the same. It doesn't change, okay? But they are irregular verbs because they don't change their roots. Of the other, verbs, they change their root. Here we have past tense with the verb to be and all with the auxiliary do. Did is only one for all the persons. Okay, don't forget that. Did, do, you have to conjugate in the past is did, and is only one verb for all the person. It's not as in Spanish that the verb tells you who is speaking. In English, no. If it's the past, also. I can say in Spanish, ellos fueron. Fueron al cine. ¿Quiénes? Ellos. But in English, I have to write the subject. They went to the movies. Can you see? I use the verb went as the same in Spanish, but I have to use a subject. I not can say went to the movie because it could be the first person, the second person, the third person, all the persons singular and all the persons in plural. Okay? It's not as in Spanish. In Spanish you can say fueron, you know, it's a lot of people. It have to do with the third person. In English, no. All the people use the same verb. I went, you went, he went, she went, it went, we went, they went. So all the people use the same verbs in the past. Okay, it doesn't, you have to be attention with that. Here, this is very important. Let's go to see the activity for this part of the course. Only 2 from 25. Wow, my gosh. So, nobody have done. Why not? Here's one. Norman Rafael Maldonado Rueda. He's done the simple past, the story. This is stories that have done in the past. Okay? You have to read and then to answer the questions. Okay? When you finish, this is another reading. There are 3 reading. There are 3 reading. Okay? This is the last. Sarah and Fred's first day. And the last reading is about you, that you have to write a story about you. Okay? You have to do a story about you. This is Sarah. Answer the following question using the simple past, and you are going to write a story. Do you have a good day or a bad day today? And you have to answer them, okay? And the last page, you have to tell something about you. You can continue talking about you. This is Norma this is his father or a story that he's telling. I have to read it and draw a picture of yourself in the box or paste a photograph. Okay, he pastes a photograph about him or your own story. Okay, so he writes about him. That's the idea. Okay, you have to tell a story about yourself. your story, continue, and you have to make a questions. Okay? If you done normal, congratulations you, because you have done a good work. You have done a good exercises. I have to read it, and congratulations. You have been one of the that has done the exercises first. All is in the past. Thank you very much. And the other persons, let's go back to see who is the other person who works in his history, making his history about yourself. So first, you have three story about anyone, any else, and then you have to write yours. The other person who makes his history is Wilton Jonerso Lopez. Is congratulations. These two beginning persons that have done their story. The first story is this one, A Bad Day. My Bad Day. The second story is Our Day at the Park. And then we have A Day with Shara and Fred's First Day. Then you have to write about yourself, about you. Okay? Well, see you in the next class. Don't forget to come. Have done a good work. And I see you in the next class. Congratulations for you that have done this activity. Okay? Here we are again. So congratulations to the two students that have done its work. See you in the next class. Don't forget to come. In the next class, we are going to see past progressive. Okay? See you.